Keith, you always talk about Rick being one of your best friends. When did you run across him in prison?
I ran across Rick in the joint. Okay, so Big Rick, Moncrief, we all got locked up around the same time.
Kev Mac video, you know this is for sure. Kev Mac video, open your soul, represent your ghetto, baby.
Cause Rick was like, he was like going through his case. They were looking for him, but they hadn't caught him yet. And we knew that it would be a matter of time before Big Rick walks through the door because there were people telling on him. So we knew he was coming. That's me and Moncrief would keep the lookout. We'd be like, Big Rick made it yet? You know, Big Rick, we want our homeboy here with us. You know, so that's just how it was. We were missing him inside. So me and Moncrief, the county jail was wide open. So we kids. Moncrief's a bigger kid than me, but we still kids, man. And we all over the county jail. It's wide open. It's an oyster. We just get in the pearls, having fun, man. They calling us over the loudspeaker. Gilbert, report back to Abel Row. You're out of bounds. One more time. You're going in the hole. They'd be over the loudspeakers, right? They're looking for me and you got a visit, so they learned how to get me. They would call me for a visit, because I would get visits. So I'm like, oh, somebody's here to see me. Man, I go down there, they waiting on me. There he is, get his butt. They cuff me up, take me to the hole. And I'd be like, man, what the hell? So Big Rick finally shows up, and we all happy to see him. But now it's time for me to go. So I leave, I'm like, damn, man, I get to kick it with Big Rick. So Big Rick, we finally get together, you know, and so Rick, he got the connection. He's a hustler. So Rick know how to make shoes. He knows how to make shoes, man. He's a cobbler. So Rick's making these shoes and he's doing everything he want to do with shoes, selling them, everything, remodeling them, all that shit. Rick got the glue, he got everything. He got the needles, long ass hook needles. He know how to do the blind stitch. For those of you in the upholstery world, Rick could stitch up some shit you don't even see a stitch. So he's doing that. So that's his hustle. So I'm admiring Rick's hustle. So I'm looking at Rick, watching him, because I know Rick's crazy. So I'm just watching how he's programming. I'm looking at him. He had already beat up a few people, you know, and they were fair fights. You know, Rick don't want you to get involved in his fights. He'll say, no, cutes, I got this. And he gives you that stern, you know, voice. So you just let Rick handle his shit. Rick's capable of handling his own shit. So one day Rick told me, he said, yeah, man, it was me, Black Dog, and Rick. And yeah. So, but that was our car. We had a cool ass car. So it was this dude. I had brought him around them, and dude, he wasn't like Black Dog didn't like him, because he didn't grow up with us. So Black Dog didn't trust him. So Black Dog put something out on the dude, you know. So the dude come running over there, hey man, your homeboys try to get me. I'm gonna get one of them. I said, what? He said, I'm gonna get one of them. I said, no, you're not. You're not gonna get nobody. You're gonna roll it up right now. Like that. I said, you ain't getting nobody. You rolling it up. He said, I ain't rolling up shit. I said, yeah, sure, got clock him. Bing, bing, two-piece him. And he rolls it up. So I go back over to the Black Dog, and I say, Black Dog, I two-piece the dude. He rolled it up. All right, our rule is now, we don't introduce nobody to nobody that we didn't grow up with. I say in agreement. In full agreement. You know, so that's funny. That's just how it is, man, because dude was getting a sucker complex because we would be clowning, laughing, and joking, and he couldn't get in our jokes. He couldn't laugh. And then if he tried to say something, now everybody's serious looking at him. Well, what did you just say? You know, like you can't say that. You know, you can't. You don't know us that good. You know, like that.
When you was in, y'all was in the county jail in '79, right?
Yeah.
And was you in 3800?
38, 30, 36, yeah. And in a Pro-Per tank, what was that, 25?
That was 25.
Yeah, we were over there. That's when I met Doc and all them dudes over there. I met a lot of smart guys over there that told me they could, you know, get my case. Yeah, they started trying to focus you in on the holes in your case. The brothers is real intelligent. Some dudes could get you out, but they can't get themselves out.
Right.
You know,
Motor Mouse used to be pretty good at the...
Yeah, but nobody was better than Pretty Boy.
Yeah, Pretty Boy was good.
Yeah, I think he got a lot of people out. He would do writs of habeas corpus for people. He would do the whole thing and take them through all their appeals. Okay. Yeah, I think Pretty Boy was like the best in our generation.
No, the reason I asked you, was you there in like 79, 79, 80, is because when I caught my Fed case in 79, back then they used to take federal prisoners and put them in
the county jail. Yeah,
right?
They be waiting.
And we was all in 3800. It was Rick.
The marshals would come and get y'all.
Yeah, it was Big Rick. Tookie was in there.
Took was with us.
I seen Tookie when I was in there.
But he was in high power.
Yeah, he was in high power. But when I was going to visit it, I seen
you could see him.
That's the first time I seen somebody with the double shackles around his waist.
Yeah, he could have popped those if he wanted to.
Yeah,
he could have popped them. He told me they were like popping pretzels.
Yeah,
he said these things is like popping pretzels.
He just had that march about us when he was walking.
I asked Took, I said, Took, how are you maintaining these yokes? That's what I asked Took, right? And he told me his routine. And I said, wow, that's a hell of a routine.
Yeah, Rick was big, playful. When we was in 3800.
Rick will hit you in the back, man, and send splinters to your back. I say, Rick, don't do it. Don't do it, Rick. I'm telling you to stop.
Man. Oh, man.
Man. Come here then. And he pulls you in and your neck feels like it's coming off the hinges. But Rick, man, he's a heavy-handed, athletic dude that likes sports. He's mild-mannered. He never cross you. He's not scandalous, and he can stand on his own. And that's what I always liked about Rick.
Keithstone.
Huh? Yeah, talking about Rick. He was just big old playful dude when we was in the county jail and then 79, 80. But I mean, he used to fight like I don't know what, man. Because that county jail back then was a different animal because everybody's on the main line. That's when, you know, like with Bruno and them, all the real bloods, they was flagging up in there. You know what I mean? Because, you know, the county jail was a lot of Crips in there, but that was flagging. There was a few bloods like that flagged, but there was a lot of them in there. Some of them didn't flag, but they were, you know, they would stand down. So it was a whole different situation back then. You know what I mean? And Rick kind of like, you know, that was my first time in the county jail, and that was like my big homie anyway. And seeing back then, you be in cells with Mexicans, blacks, you know, it was just, you know, whoever in the cell, wherever the empty bed is. So you had to be always stay down. You know, you might not be in there with your homeboy. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to be strong. Yeah. Especially if you just coming in there, and then that day room wasn't no joke either. Because you got niggas from all over the city, you know what I mean? We shooting dice. I'm 19, like, I'm around all the business. Rick them used to laugh because I came in there with the perm. You know, you cut off your arm with your t-shirt and make your skull count. I used to tickle the shit out of Rick. He always like to see me fight somebody, you know what I'm saying?
They always talk about 4,800. I think the county jail was more fit when everybody was like he just said. They could put you in a cell and you be the only brother in the cell. Yeah. You know, and I think the county jail was more fit when it was like that, when it was open, and everybody still held true to what they were a part of.
It was about.
Yeah, I think that was better. And I never experienced a county jail when they had segregated.
Yeah, I went to 4,800. When I first got there, and this is how naive I was. When I first got there, you know, I'm coming through the system. You know, I had caught a little robbery, so you know, like I respect my enemies just like, you know, if they real. So I'm coming through the system. Ricochet from Inglewood was in there, right? So when I'm coming through, I got khakis, blue khakis on, blue sweatshirt. I see somebody throwing up the hood. I'm like, well, who is that? But it was Ricochet.
Yeah.
But, you know, so I go over there, we talking and shit all the way through. There was a bunch of other Crips in there. you know, but, you know, we all made it through the system because I'm hollering at him because I knew him, even though we just shot at each other, did all that shit, you know what I mean? But he was kind of solid, so I didn't know the other people in there, so we just had a conversation, you know, going through classification. He went to 4300, and I went to the main line at first, but when I'm going, I had never experienced 4800. I didn't know nothing about it, so I see Big Cat up there. He's like, give it up right now. I don't even know what the fuck he talking about, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck is he talking about, give it up right now?
Yeah.
So I'm going up the escalator. When I get to the room, I don't see nothing up in there. I'm from 9500, then now I'm in the dorms. And I'm like, where all the people at? So I started asking around, like, man, all the people there 4800. So I said, man, I asked the police, man, send me to 4800.
Yeah.
Then some Mexican dude said, man, you the only dude I seen asked to go to 4800. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm gonna go over there and have some fun, go hang out with the homies.
Because that's where your friends were.
Yeah, so I get over there, it was just a whole other situation.
Yeah.
But when I get to Soledad, when I get up there with Rick, though, in 88, man, he was still fit. You know, doing 25 laps.
Yeah, Rick only weighed 230. I give Rick 230 back then.
Yeah,
at the most, huh?
Yeah,
230. Rick, that was Rick.
Yeah.
Lean, mean, buffing machine.
I see Mine Creek when I was coming through the hole.
Mine Creek like to do his boxing. Mine Creek was built strong like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
That's how he was. Had that overhand.
Mr. Crooked.
Yeah.
I met his brother when I was coming through the system, coming out the hole in Lassen and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his brother didn't tell me he was his brother. Yeah. His brother was there with me for years.
Yeah,
he never told me that his brother was the one with the magazine.
That's what I used to buff with him and a few other people. He the one really got me into buffing and shit, you know what I'm saying? And got my strength up, you know what I mean? I ain't never get past 350 because I ain't do a lot of time.
Yeah.
That 350 was cool.
350's good.
Yeah,
350's a good way.
I never get that 400. His brother was hitting 400 like 190. Black Dog hit 400, hit the hump a couple of times.
And then Black Dog from 111 is strong.
Back home in 250 and all that.
He was house power. Yeah, he was just corn fed.
A lot of real people up in that motherfucker, man.
But yeah, Kev, man, I'm glad you brothers came down, man. That's what's up, man. You know.
We need to do this because I still didn't get a chance. I talk so much, I still didn't get the chance to pick your brain about a whole lot of little stuff when we was growing up. You know, catch it.
I still got time. I'm looking at these clouds. Because you know I'm on a motorcycle.
Yeah. I mean, we can catch up another time. Well, I mean, it's just like,
Give me a second.
Okay.